Yo, what's up guys, it's the Mobile Gamer here. Welcome back to the first weekly podcast of Fast Fantasy Analysis and Suggestions of Trades powered by Yahoo Sports. Not actually sponsored by Yahoo, wish I was though. Anyways, basically this is going to be an amazing new series. I know Manuel was on the decline, I know people aren't being as active as they were at the start of the season. The hype is gone, we're all waiting for BCA. So for the moment, to drum up, some good views, I kind of want to talk about fantasy because I feel like it's a really interesting subject, like the whole thing with fantasy football. So basically, this is just my league. It's a league with all my friends and stuff. I'm just gonna go through, sort of highlight, and this is what I'm gonna do every week. I'm just gonna highlight some of the good players, the players you should keep, the kind of sleeper players that you might want to consider trading for, the players that probably aren't gonna improve too much and you might want to drop, and of course, the players you should get from the amazing free agency market. This is how I've been winning games. Free agency is where I make my points. Now, for anybody on ESPN, I don't know if it's different or anything, but basically this is going to be for all you Yahoo players. It should be the same concept on ESPN, I'm not really sure. So, I guess we're going to start from bottom to top. So, we got this guy, La Gia FC. So we got some good players. I'm actually going to make sure everything's on week 5. This is going to be really hard to do. So, we got Joe Flacco. Look at this lackluster team. It's not too bad. Adam Vinatieri obviously is a good kicker. Pittsburgh defense, so he doesn't have too much going on, but I definitely am seeing that you want to look out for these kickers like Adam Vinatieri. Don't disrespect the kickers. Once we get to my team, you'll see what's up. I had Greg Zerlin when he kicked a record 7 field goals against the Dallas Cowboys. Kind of sucked, but he really did help my fantasy team. I got 27 points. Pittsburgh defense doesn't seem too bad, although they are on the decline because, they are losing. So that's something I'd keep in mind. Let's go on to 15. My boy Mikey. Tom Brady, of course, is obviously going to be a solid player. If you have Tom Brady, don't trade him. It's not like he had one bad week, but just because he had a bad week, I wouldn't trade him. Also, Doug Martin, Marshawn Lynch, I would be careful. They had good scoring weeks, but I definitely could say that they're gonna become your star running backs. I would just keep them as running back 2s or wide receivers. The WRT down here. Let's see where my thumb is, whatever. And Carson Wentz, he had a huge week this week. Even though every week isn't gonna be as good as this week, obviously, definitely keep in mind that he's gonna be a solid quarterback that you might want to trade for. And his defense rounds out the lineup. Definitely don't trade for New York Jets defense. They were literally playing the Browns this week, so that kind of explains why. Of course, Aaron Rodgers had the huge game against the Cowboys. Rip the Cowboys. If my phone will load. This is what I'm going to get into. All the Chiefs players, man, they're all super good. If you have any open Chiefs players, definitely don't be afraid to go trade for them. The worst thing you can do is just drop them the next week. Chiefs players, they all seem to get touches. They all seem to get yards. This guy, Jay Mixon, this is interesting. I definitely might consider, looks like a lot of people own him, but I definitely might consider getting him. He seems to get a lot of touches. Same thing with Vikings players, like the Chiefs. Justin Tucker, not too bad. Los Angeles defense, pretty solid. I actually wanted to draft them, but I tried to draft them too late. Let's go on to 13, Bathing Apes. Let's see what we got. So we got Russell Wilson, who's obviously going to be a beast. DeAndre Hopkins, yes, especially the Houston players too. Houston players with Deshaun Johnson, who the heck is that? Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is going off pretty much every other game. You might as well pick up a Houston player, and you'll see who I have. Who is this? David Johnson Jr., I believe. Yeah, just because he's on... Duke Johnson, whatever. Just because he's on the Browns, don't disrespect him. He seemed to have a big week. Let's see how this Duke Johnson guy did in week 4. I know I could go to game log. Yes, he had 12 points here. Let's go to week 3. 16 points there. So Duke Johnson Jr., guys, he's on the come up. Definitely don't rule him out. Number 12, Cosign Crusaders. Dak Prescott obviously is he always have big games. T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, 177 receiving yards. I wonder if this was a big game or if this is the usual. So it looks like he has big games followed by low games, and he looks like they're playing Tennessee. So I definitely might consider picking up T.Y. Hilton. Also, Chris Hogan, just because, he has Tom Brady to work with. 95% owned. That's a pretty solid card. Everything else seems about average. Philadelphia defense, of course. So who are we at? 11. So we got Maria plus Peter. Not sure what that's about. Eli Manning. Ooh, yeah, Devontae Adams had a huge game. I think he just came back from that concussion scare, so I would definitely be careful. Looks like he's gonna have some big games. In the end, he's gonna guarantee you about 6 points, so I would consider him. Andy Dalton doesn't look too bad, although he's questionable, and yeah, these defenses don't look too good. Yeah, that's pretty much his lineup. Eli Manning too, but Giants are trash. If we can find number 10, the Flying Bandos. I believe this is a fellow YouTuber. Check him out. He's kind of cool, I think. Oh yeah, Cam Newton, Antonio Brown, always gonna be beast. Although this late in the season, I highly doubt you're gonna get. How have 100% of people not own Cam Newton? I highly doubt that you're gonna get these people. It's just so late in the season, and people already have their lineup set in stone. Deshaun Jackson, solid pickup for the Bucks. He's got Jameis Winston. Look at that, some solid stats. He had a 2-point performance against the Giants. It's the Giants, whatever. Cole Beasley, also a sort of, wow, only 21% owned. I can't believe that, because Cole Beasley is a beast. Yeah, Cole Beasley, I mean, with Des Bryant always getting locked up, Dak's got to throw somewhere. He throws it to Cole. 2 touchdowns, 14 points. Same with Nelson Aguilar. Same sort of ordeal. That pretty much rounds out that lineup. And here we go. Max squad. Solid 2-3 start to the season. Let's get it. Not much to talk about. Carson Palmer, definitely veteran quarterback. He's not getting anything. Nah, same with Alshon Jeffrey. This guy, Devin Funchess, what a beast. I don't know why, but they keep throwing to him, and I'm not even complaining. Cam Newton freaking loves this guy. He had 19 points, which caused me to pick him up, and then he comes back with a solid 11-point performance, one of my highest scores. That's super sweet. Alshon Jeffrey is overrated. Le'Veon Bell, let me talk about this. This is my first round draft pick. He only had one big game. I don't know what that's about. Actually, he had 2, because he had 15 and 30. That 30-point game, he went off. So I definitely would consider trading for Le'Veon Bell, especially because look at that. He had 4 points against the Browns. That's all you gotta say. If someone's scoring 4 points against the Browns, I definitely would tell some guy, hey, I'll trade you some receivers. Le'Veon Bell's not doing this good this year. He will come up, I'm hoping. He's going against the Chiefs, so I would wait till after the Chiefs game. If the Steelers get blown out, I'd be like, hey, look at that. Le'Veon Bell didn't do crap. So I definitely would Le'Veon Bell. Frank Gore, also a solid. He'll get you a solid 8 points. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, look at that. He hovers around 10 and 11. So if that's what you're into, that's sweet. Will Fuller the 5th. Bless this dude. I picked him up from free agency after he came off the injury. Whoo! He has gone off 15 and 18 points. Deshaun Watson literally loves him. Definitely get that guy. Bryce Butler, don't worry about him. If you need a quarterback, I don't know why I'm keeping these guys on my bench, but Case Keenum and Mitch Trubisky. I don't know about Case Keenum. Mitch Trubisky seems to be on the come up. He had a touchdown, and he scored, 9 points, whatever. I feel like he'll be better. Hopefully he will. I mean, 2nd round pick. He's super good. So I definitely, if you're looking for a quarterback, now's the time to get Mitch Trubisky and just pray that he pays off. Green Bay defense is alright. I wouldn't really recommend them. Too risky. Greg freaking Zuerlein, 27 points. Are you serious? He had a stupid amount of field goals. Okay, so look. He had 1 20-29, 2, 4, and he had 2 PATs. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess he only had 6. My bad. No, actually, he did have 7. I'm just stupid. So yeah, I definitely, I freaking love that guy. Let's go back to league. What are we on? 8. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this idea of a weekly podcast. It's kind of just like where I can lay down the idea of fantasy, talk for 15 minutes, make some good content. That's what I'm all about. Anyways, here we go. Michael Crabtree, very solid receiver. Nothing to go wrong. Ooh, he had a 26-point game against the Jets. 3 touchdowns. That's insane. I don't know. Seems kind of risky. He had 2 bad games, so definitely would be careful. Same with Zach Ertz. A little up and down. Steven Gostkowski, Carolina, and Tampa Bay. These 3 down here, definitely be on the lookout for them. They seem like they know their stuff. Up to Andre's forehead. Yeah, we got some interesting names. Rip Odell Beckham Jr. He is pretty much out, right? That's what I heard. I don't know why he still can score 30.38 points. That means he's gonna score 3 yards. Deshaun Kaiser, quarterback sucks. Oh yeah, A. Jones went off. What's this dude's name? Aaron, yeah. Whoops. Yeah, he went off. It seems like he's on the come up. Look at this, 0-0-0, 10-19. It looks like he's going to be a solid running back. I definitely would keep an eye on him. Same for Cameron Brate. I actually had this dude, then I dropped him because he was doing horrible, and he had some good games. Should have kept him. And San Francisco defense is alright. I just clicked on this dude. Here we go, top 6. Hopefully I can crack the playoffs for this year. I really want to see what I can do. This is my first year in fantasy. And, whoa, what happened with this? Melvin Gordon, 105 yards. Okay, that's the yeah, Melvin Gordon, if you don't have him, he's 100% owned. That means that every league has him, which is definitely a problem. But Melvin Gordon had 8 target. How did he? 2 touchdowns, that's why. So yeah, definitely Melvin Gordon coming off worst performance of the year, whatever. Josh McCown, interesting. A New York Jets quarterback. Yeah, Josh McCown was not too bad. I will say so myself. However, I would not say Josh McCown should be your primary quarterback. I just keep him on the bench if your quarterback has a bye or gets injured. Here we go. Now we're on to Ian's team. He is the number 5 player in the league. Leonard Fournette. I'm pretty sure every league has him. Leonard Fournette is beasting. 10 plus points every day, every night. Make sure to get Leonard Fournette if your league has him up for trade. Same with Jameis Winston. Seems like not every league has him, but he's getting some solid stats there. Everybody else looks mediocre on this dude's team. Brian Hoyer, San Francisco. On the you don't want to let the fact that the team is bad discourage you from the fact that the player is good. Because this player is good. 26 and 22 performances. Sure, he's had some bad performances, and the team sucks. But, you know, the player's good. That's all that really matters in fantasy. Here we are, up to House of Pain. That's kind of an interesting name. Alex Smith obviously does good. Again, Chiefs. Everyone else looks kind of pretty decent. Phillip Rivers, another solid quarterback. Jacksonville defense at 37 points. How's that even possible? Let's see how the Jacksonville defense... Whoa, I'm on week 4. Week 5. 37. Whoa, they had 44 points. Oh, that's right. They had 5 interceptions against Pittsburgh. That's why. The first week seems like they had a pick 6, 10 sacks, and 3... So this Jacksonville defense is not to be messed with, especially fantasy-wise. Anyways, now we're on to Golden Aztecas. Here we go. Interesting name, of course. Everybody in this league has some interesting names. Sam Bradford, alright. Only threw for 36 yards. Des Bryant, solid, but again, he gets locked up a lot, so I would keep that in mind. He's not really going to get too many yards. Same thing with Buffalo. Oh yeah, Buffalo defense is very solid. If you have not gotten the Buffalo defense, it seems like they're actually losing. People are dropping them a lot. I definitely would keep them in mind if it's up for option. They seem like they're going to be really solid. Football Freaks, undefeated. Let's see. We got Matt Stafford, Aaron Green. Oh my god. I am the stupidest player. I traded away Aaron Green for the Green Bay defense, and it blew up in my face. Look at the first 6 weeks. He scored 7 and 6 points, and now he comes back with 17, 12, and 22 points. Are you serious? 3 touchdowns in the weeks. I don't know. That was a really bad decision by me. That's alright though. I mean, whatever, you win some, lose some. The Green Bay defense, definitely an improvement from the Viking defense. Yeah, the Viking defense is not doing that good. Baltimore defense is also solid. Hunter Henry, yeah, that's a tight end. I can't believe this tight end's actually doing as well as it is. If you have the opportunity to pick up Hunter Henry, he's on the come up. Everybody else looks decent. Todd Gurley especially. Todd Gurley, yeah, everybody owns him though. And of course Matt Stafford. Finally, we got number 1, the Bros. I think this is a YouTube channel too. I definitely check him out. Deshaun Watson, everybody owns him. But wow, 90% owned. Are you serious? He's like one of the best fantasy quarterbacks. Look at his stats. They're insane. I can't believe only 90% owned him. Also Kareem Hunt, he did have a ish week. I say ish, he still scored 11 points. Look at this. Look at these stats. 40 freaking points the first 6 weeks. That is insane. Gronkowski, he's injured. I would definitely try to trade for him now. Hopefully he'll come back. I think he'll come back soon. Jake Elliott, I should have picked this guy up. Jake Elliott's definitely a sleeper. He's solid for the Eagles, and of course Seattle defense rounds it out. There we go. That's the rundown of our league. Now let's go into players, and let's see some of the transactional trends. Who should you pick up? Who should you not? E. Dickerson, I think it's Eric, yep. This is a guy I'm trying to pick up. Hopefully no one takes it from me. He had a 17-point performance the last 6 weeks. He was targeted a lot. when picking up players off free agency, definitely keep in mind that you want to pick players that are going to start and get a lot of touches, because the more touches they get, the more opportunities they have for yards. Same with Jerick McKinnon. Without Dalvin Cook, looks like 20 points. Oh my god, I might pick this guy up. Let's try to pick this guy up. Let's see. So, who are we going to drop? Alright, I'm sorry, Case Keenum. Hopefully you don't have a big game. I'm going to drop you. I don't know why. I feel like Mitch Trubisky is going to have a way better 6 weeks than Case Keenum. Case Keenum just sounds, I don't know. Jermaine Kearse, I tried this guy. He's not that good. Mike Wallace, not that good. Be careful with the kickers. You want to make sure that kickers, you want to be on a team where they're good enough to get to like the 20 or 30 yard line, but they're not good enough to punch it in, because you want them kicking a lot. Let's see. Not too many people. Torrey Smith, I think he's only getting picked up mostly because of that touchdown. And that kind of rounds it out. Adrian Peterson's only getting picked up. Then you just get traded to Arizona. Should I pick him up? Nah, his stats are pretty bad. People are just picking him up because of Arizona. Available positions. Let's scroll through these really quick. If you need a quarterback, is EJ Manuel really? I would not say EJ Manuel is good enough, but it looks like he's the only starting quarterback. It seems like all these other people are backup quarterbacks, so I guess that's your only option. Wide receiver. Ooh, Allen Hurns. That's interesting. This is only a 14-10-2. I mean, that's you can make your call on that one. Eric Decker 2, average. I'm looking for some sleepers. Let's see if we can find any. Running back, let's pray I get Jerick McKinnon. Oh yeah, also this guy B. Powell, I don't know why, but super interesting stats. He had 25-point game. Look at this. But then he went back down, so you definitely want to look at the stats. Make sure it's not a one-time team. Make sure, like, you really want to see if it's like they're consistent. Tight end, yeah, around E. Dixon. I keep saying Dickerson. I mean, I know I'm saying not to like get the one-time wonders, but when you need a tight end, you need a tight end. Vernon Davis doesn't sound too bad. He had one good game. And again, B. Powell. Kicker, Dustin Hopkins. If you could get any of those guys, Greg Zuerlein, Jake Elliott, that'd be really nice. Honestly, it's a kicker. You're gonna get around 9 points out of him anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much. These defenses, they seem alright. There's only 5 up. Miami, do you really want the Miami defense? I didn't think so. If you really need a defense, like your defense has a bye, definitely try to see what team they're playing against, like Tennessee. Tennessee's not going to be the highest scorer with Mariota out, so honestly, that'd be my best bet. Everybody else looks kind of, Baltimore, Atlanta, Detroit, Houston. Houston is going to destroy the Cleveland defense. That's a bad bet. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you like this first fantasy podcast. If you like this video and want to see more videos like it, comment down below, go subscribe, go like. Let's see if we can make this a weekly series. Let's see if we can make it our most popular series, and I'll see you all next video.